This migrant situation is one big complication. The Los Angeles City Council has voted to launch a criminal investigation against Texas over its migrant busing problem. Since June, Governor Abbott has sent over 400 migrants to L.A., and that's in addition to the more than 30,000 migrants Abbott's sent to Democrat-led cities around the country. An L.A. City councilman said the callous disregard for the lives of these families deserves their full investigation. That's kind of true. Nothing shows disregard for human life like dropping someone off in L.A. Yeah. Meanwhile, New Jersey's Democrat Governor Phil Murphy is pushing back against the influx of migrants to his state. If only he'd push back against that smell coming out of Newark. The Biden administration has directed New Jersey to receive migrants flooding New York City. But Murphy says New Jersey simply doesn't have the resources to handle them. Funny, he previously pledged that his state would welcome immigrants. So what's the Biden administration have to say about all this? Well, according to White House spokesperson Karine Jean-Pierre, Biden has done more to secure the border than anybody else. And by anybody else, she means no one.
The president has done more to secure the border and to deal with this issue of immigration than anybody else. He really has. June saw the single largest month-to-month drop in unlawful border crossing because of the policies this president put in place. We've got a record number of federal agents and officers, more than 24,000, working to secure the border because of the funding this president secured.
No surprise, she failed to mention the actual number of migrant encounters at the border. Like Loftus's monthly denim budget, the amount would shock you. Jim, you know about this, what's going on there in New Jersey. And, you know, the governor's not being honest, is he?
No, I live in New Jersey. Yeah, he ran in 2017. He wanted to be a sanctuary state, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden he dropped it. You know, he just wanted to get the votes. And now they want to put him in like Atlantic City Airport. They want to put him there. And he's like, no, we don't have the money for it.
Yeah.
New Jersey, with the highest property tax in the nation, highest car insurance, you know, tolls every 5 miles you go, gambling, weed is legal, but you don't have any money for them.
Yeah.
You know, but he doesn't realize, he goes, migrants don't, you know, he doesn't want migrants living in New Jersey. He doesn't realize that the people living in New Jersey don't want to live in New Jersey.
Plus, they got all those guys with farms out there, right? Doesn't Springsteen have a farm? Bon Jovi has a farm? Why don't we put them on their farms?
Jon Stewart's got a farm. Murphy's got a big farm. They all live on farms because they don't pay taxes if it's a farm. They put a couple of goats on the land. They go, oh, we're a farm, so we have to pay taxes. Yeah. They all do it.
I think that's what we ought to do. We got to send them to the farms. Kat, obviously, the situation's out of control. And the people who made it, now they want out of it. It's happening here in New York.
Well, yeah, and obviously, look, the busing of migrants is a political thing. It is political.
Yeah.
But it's to prove a political point that the other side was just also being political when they said, hey, we're a sanctuary city. New York is a sanctuary city. It proves that that was just political because I think the bare minimum of being a sanctuary for someone is allowing them to come over. Like, that's the bare minimum. So you can't accuse other people of being political like the way that we've seen in LA, the way we're seeing in New York, if really they proved that what you were doing was political all along. Obviously, this is something that Congress needs to solve. Our immigration system's not built for this influx level of migrants, but they're having too much fun arguing back and forth about it. You know, they can gain so many points from their other side, being like, oh, you're a jerk. Oh, well, look at the lawlessness, blah, 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 blah. But this is having real effects on communities and real people, and they should actually solve it, but they won't as long as we keep not expecting them to.
Yes, that's it. And what can we expect from them? Emily, the red state governors are doing this. DeSantis did it in Florida when he sent the migrants to Martha's Vineyard, right? So they are doing it, and they're scoring not only political points, but they're bringing awareness to this issue. And then you have Democrats saying, hey, we don't want them not in my backyard, right?
Right. So that, honestly, that screams hypocrisy to me because it's the blue states that want the open borders, but they don't want to face the consequences of opening the borders and then have the audacity. It's called Governor Abbott a racist for saying we don't have the resources. We cannot house this many people. And hey, Callie, why don't you take them? And they're like, no, we can't. But you're bad if you don't do it. And to me, I'm just like trying to think of it, break it down, simplify it like a first grader. I'm like, they welcomed them, allegedly. But they don't want them either, but we're the bad ones for not housing them. Like, just make it make sense for me. It doesn't make sense. Like you're saying, they're having way too much fun blaming the other guy for their faults. And I don't get it.
Breaking things down like a first grader. I'm going to go to you, Michael.
My time to shine. Too many people, Tom, walking across land. I like how, so these illegal immigrants, they've walked across Central and South America to get here. And then in LA, they're like, oh, but a bus ride from Texas, that's inhumane, right? If I'm Greyhound bus, I'm offended by that. I'm like, our buses aren't so bad. Now, here's the other thing that I wonder. Where the hell are all these people coming from? Is there like a war we should be stopping? Right? Because isn't it like, oh, my life in my country was too dangerous. I need sanctuary in America.
Yeah.
Where the is the conflict? Like, they just like keep showing up out of nowhere. Like, what are they running from? I don't get that. And I remember a very wise man once said, build a wall. And I'm all in favor of that. But like, I don't want a fence. I'm not happy with a fence anymore. I want some Great Wall of China, right? I want ample parking. I want a mall, a casino. I want those windmill things on the top, like real close together, so when anybody tries to get over, whack, they get knocked back.
Wow.
It'll be like Wipeout. We could televise it. I'd watch.
The audience likes your idea, Michael.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.